So let's go ahead and get this emitter finished and start building our DOP network. So we need a flip source to generate the volume and the points that we need. Oh, got something already there. I've got this on wireframe, so we can see. Whoops, center the camera there. Okay, so let's see. We need to add some thickness to this just to pad it out a bit. There we go. This particle separation will connect to the parameter within the DOP network. Let's see. So there, and then I'm going to put this back onto wireframe, so you can see we've actually got our points there. However, they don't have a velocity anymore. If we come to the geometry spreadsheet, you can see the velocity has gone. So we just need to transfer that back onto it. So if we use an attribute transfer, let's find that. Just drop that in and make sure we select our velocity. And then there we go, we can see it there. It's quite low at the moment, it's just 1. So let's add a multiplier to this. So I'm just going to do times with channel mult. Okay. So this way I can generate a channel here called mult. Instead of typing in numbers, it just gives me this handy thing here, and you can see them going up there, and I can go over 1. Let's go to like 8 or something at the moment, I don't know. Right, cool. So that should be all we need to start simulating something. Let's drop a null just for something to point to. I'm gonna call this just out is fine there. Great, so let's drop, I'm going to go back to smooth wire shaded, drop a DOP network. Again, you can drop your DOP network outside or inside in SOP level, doesn't matter. Let's go inside, we should give it a name actually, call it fluid sim. In case you want to, well, in this case we're not going to, but you know, you might have multiple DOP networks with a fluid sim and a particle sim and a smoke sim. Cool, so let's dive inside. Let's call this flip solver. Pick up a flip solver with a gravity. Okay, and we need a flip object. Connect that up to the first input. Get rid of these points, we don't want them, and we want to visualize particles. Great, what else? Let's need a flip source, I believe it's called. Volume source, sorry. Volume source, we're not sourcing smoke, we want flip. And from SOP, so let's find that out that we just created. There it is, and the emitter out. Grab that, there we go, we can see something already. They got their velocity on them. That should be all we need there. I'm just gonna hide, I'll tell you what, I'll go back to here because I want to see the strawberry. I'll hide the emitter. There we go. Just so we can see what we got going on here. So the particle separation, as I said, we want to connect this up to the emitter. So I'm going to right click, copy parameter, head back to my emitter, and in my flip source, in particle separation there, right click, paste relative reference, get rid of this. There we go, so they will stay the same. So if I head back here, I have control there, so if I put it back to 0.5, for example, turn off the velocity for now. And let's make this box a little bit smaller. I don't think the fluid's going to go up anywhere, so we can bring that right down. And it's not going to go behind either. Probably not. Let's, you could just press shift. If you press shift, both sides will go in together. Bring it over a bit. Don't worry about getting this exact for now. It's just for deleting fluids which fall out of here, right? So I'm just going to line this up. I could do a quick flip book just to see what we've got right now. I'm not going to make a camera yet. There we go. And let's go to flipbook with new settings. RFN should be 100, so let's take a look. Right, flipbook's done. Let's take a look. Okay, so we've got a fluid. It's quite straight at the moment, but that's fine. We've got, you know, the velocity is coming in and pushing the particles towards the strawberry. It's hard to tell if they're actually intersecting each other at the moment. Obviously, this is just a visualization. This is not it's not in the sim yet. Let's take a look. So this is quite small at the moment, and we've got the cache at the bottom, so we can just move around. I'm just going to minimize this and select the flip object so I don't see the handles there. It's a bit annoying. So probably, let's see. Yeah, we'll need to rotate the emitter a bit so that the fluid comes towards the strawberry, and maybe a bit more velocity so that it comes out a bit more, right? So we'll give that a go in the next part.